let's talk about the best romance books with the single dad nanny trope. Lost and Lassoed, book 3 of the Rebel Blue Ranch series by Lyla Sage. These are interconnected standalones, but I do recommend reading them in order. Our grumpy single dad MMC is desperately in need of help with his daughter for the summer, but he doesn't want to admit it. And his sister's fiery best friend is in need of a job, so his family gets to scheming behind both of their backs because they hate each other, and suddenly they find themselves forced together because she is now his nanny for the summer. Coach Me by Mollie Goins, another grumpy single dad MMC, except this one is a baseball coach, and he finds himself hiring his player's sister as his nanny. This is the second book in the Boston Blue series. These are interconnected standalones, but I do recommend reading them in order. Once again, I'm always going to recommend reading a series in order, but if they're interconnected standalones, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. The Au Pair Affair by Tessa Bailey. This is a classic Tessa Bailey book with everything that you know to expect from her, and it's also a hockey romance as well as a single dad nanny romance. Wrangled Love by Einerson. Our MMC suddenly finds out that he is not only a dad but a single dad overnight, ends up moving back to this small hometown that he hasn't been to in years, and obviously he needs some help finding a balance and hires a nanny. Caught Up by Liz Tomforde, another grumpy single dad baseball romance, except he's the player and his nanny is his coach's daughter. Heartless by Elsie Silver, who you might know as the queen of small town romances, and while yes, she is that, she is also the queen of single dad romances. All of the MMCs in her Rose Hill series are single dads, but Heartless is the epitome of a single dad and nanny romance. I think that this is the blueprint for this trope, and if you're not sure if you like this trope, I would start here. The single dad nanny trope provides the best setup for a little bit of combination of forced proximity, maybe a little bit of forbidden romance element depending on the situation, very often an age gap. So let me know what your favorite book with this trope is in the comments.